Hey guys, Chris Murphy here. I've not done a video in quite a long time. What I want to talk about today is about money and about financial freedom, about how you can be free in the world, how you can really achieve what you want in life. So I've just been to a 3-day event, Millionaire Mind Intensive, and this is an event I've never actually been before. I've been to a lot of personal development seminars, and I want to share with you the amazing tips that I learned. Particularly at the moment, I found myself getting into a lot more touch of getting into real high energy, feeling like I can be more myself, authentic expression. But what I'm realizing is deeper down, there's still some beliefs about myself, how I can't really have what I want, and how that links to finances and how finances link to your own self-worth. Particularly with energy and breaking out of your comfort zone, is it is just something that has to be ingrained into a habit. And it's amazing how breaking out your comfort zone, consistently doing what feels uncomfortable, is in a way the way you are going to be financially free. You are going to make more and more money. For example, me and myself have been a lot on this more spiritual path and doing a lot of meditation. I've been doing that for 2 years now, so that's why there haven't been too many videos. And the big lesson that I've learned is that is an essential part of your growth, but I think I've realized now that I spend way too much time in that area to the point where I just want to get on with it. I just want to come back to the real world. You know, I've got 2 feet on the ground. You know, there are a lot of cool things I want to do in life, and particularly money is something that's a big part of it. And a lot of perhaps how I felt over the last year or so is saying, oh, money is not important, money doesn't matter. Of course it does matter. It is very important because there's still a lot of stress there. You know, there's 4 different types of people. There's spenders, there's the savers, there's the money avoiders, and there's the money monks. So with the spenders, pretty much just spending all of their money. Savers, a bit cautious, not spending all the hardly enjoying themselves as much. And then me personally was the avoider, and I just wouldn't check my bank account. I wouldn't manage my money, and managing money now is part of my everyday routine. And then there's the money monks, which I've met kind of a few of those people on my journey who just don't believe money, just literally have that strong belief that money just doesn't matter, it's not important, and then you're just happy with nothing. But we are human beings. If you look around and you see people and you think things are unfair, and there's a lot of judgment as well. If you're aware of judging people, particularly these beliefs we went through, certain beliefs like money is the root of all evil, money only comes from hard work. Like a lot of my beliefs were that from an earlier age, that I worked really hard, and that was the only way I was going to get money. And even though I worked really hard and I had a paper around and I would collect glasses at bars, my friends would still have more money than me. So I seen the world as being unfair, and I sort of made that decision. Now, how do you break these beliefs and based on these decisions you make? Well, the first step is awareness. So just having the awareness of, this is where this has come from. This is a kind of a belief that I have. Understanding the belief. So where did that come from? It came from conditioning. It came from my parents saying to me, you have to work hard to make money and get what you want. But then it's this slight, rich people are greedy, rich people are like this. Some people are rich and spoiled and they have. So this creates like a thing in your mind of, well, even if I work hard, I still can't really get what I want, or this person's got what I want and they're not. So it's you give up, whereas part of this is to go all in and just keep going. There are no excuses. Like, part of being successful is there are no excuses. You have to go after what you want. And then the other parts are the disassociation, to say, like, look, this is just how I've been born into this environment. I can change my belief. And this is where, like, self-affirmations, really going out, breaking out your comfort zone to prove the opposite, And I think what I've been on in the last 2 years, for example, was just the awareness, the understanding, but without actually taking action. And that's the biggest mistake most people find, in my opinion, and particularly more on a spiritual path, is that just by understanding and meditating, things will come to you, and they don't. Because action is a massive part. You know, you have to go out there, you have to get out of your comfort zone, you have to be willing to do what it takes, you have to become a warrior. You know, at the moment I'm doing cold showers, I'm getting up early, I'm getting up at 5:30, and you know, it's like I've made a decision that I'm willing to do what it takes to obtain everything that I want. And then the final part, so it's looking to go out there, and then the final part is making that declaration to yourself, literally saying with all energy, like if anyone's been to my laughing meditation classes, it is very much about you just completely break out of yourself and you go into this intense energy and you just become so present in the moment. And that is fully aligning, fully being in the zone, and you want to use that energy. So in this event, it's like every time you find a penny on the floor, you'd be like, yes, you know, money is, you know, like money, I find, you know, I'm amazing, I'm a money magnet. Be saying stuff like that, you know, money doesn't rule me, I rule money. And it's like we would look at stuff like, we'd look at money and it'd be like, I can't believe just this stuff with paper reflects me. And it all comes down to your own self-worth. You know, do you deserve it? You write down your ideal, what you want, then money becomes what can bring that to you. But it's not obviously anything to do with money, it's to do with your own worth. Do you feel like you deserve it? And you can break all these beliefs of you know, because a lot of us do believe on a deeper level that, you know, we would be bad people if we took loads of money because there's people starving in the world. But if you've written down exactly what you want and the life you want to give, and also you're going to give a percentage of that money back, there's no guilt, there's no shame. And these, you know, particularly I would say for a lot of people on this channel, you might have a lot of money in your bank, but some people I know who follow me, but now I understand that there is still fear attached to that, because if you lose that money, there's the same fear, or there's people like me who will just keep spending money, maybe getting in debt, scared to check the bank account, but there's the same fears running, you know, and it's to do with your own self-worth. You know, more of my journey is being authentic, being real, but do you feel like you're good enough? And this comes to relationships as well. But the good news for myself is I've realized that's just the path I've had to take. I've had to get to this point now to see that, and now it's having the strength to drive forward. And I think it's more the spiritual depth that's going to allow me to be a bit more in the zone, to have compassion for people, to not judge people. The second we judge in someone who has a lot of money or they have a lot of success, you're stopping yourself, because your own mind, your ego is saying this person has this and I don't want to be like that person. So you don't break through, because there is a deeper belief in your subconscious. The high energy, the getting out of your comfort zone, it all links to this. So, you know, my exercise for everyone is to literally, you know, go through all of the beliefs you have around money, find out where people in your past, you know, certain memories, like I said, I had to work jobs, I wanted to save up for this computer, like I bought a Dreamcast, I remember when I was about 13. And, you know, I worked really hard, you know, and then some people would just get it handed to them, you know, but I was up at 6 in the morning every day delivering papers, and, you know, I still didn't get the amount of games that I wanted, and someone would just get it, and I just think, this is not fair, life's not fair, I'm not I'm not being alone. Like, a lot of fears were around loneliness. But now I vow to myself, like, I'm literally checking my bank account every day. I'm written down, you know, just managing my money, looking where it is, and it's enjoying doing that, because it's having that bigger why, knowing that it's the tool, you know. And the final exercise that I want everyone to do is to write down exactly what you want, with no, like, I can't do this, like, that's too much money. Just write down what, and then really focus again on the why, and the how will build that. And I think about being financially free, about having passive income, so that your expenses don't, you know, it goes above your expenses. And that's what's going to allow you to really be able to just feel a lot more free, because all of the money you're making, it's already covered, you know, all of the all your expenses are already paid for, so there's no stress. Your rent and all that is already paid for with that money flowing in, you know. That's the end goal, or the goal we're striving towards. And that is a massive part, and it always takes. And also to mention, yeah, it's a business is pretty much one of the main ways, one of the big ways you're gonna find that sort of financial freedom. Some sort of side project, you know, something that you can create, something that you have control in. You create your own business, you have control on that. Although it might not be for everyone to make loads of money, create something massive, but if you've at least got control on something, you actually own something, you know, that can be your vehicle. And the final thing as well is just to remember that there's only ever the present moment now. So whatever's happened in the past, of course, be aware of it, but know that even what you're feeling is not actually representative of where you can go right now, you know. And if you fully align with this present moment, then you can do that. And I think this t-shirt says, what we do today is what matters most. I don't know if that's back to front. That was said by the Buddha. So again, this just all comes from present moment, but financial is a massive part of it. To be honest, I was kidding myself by saying it's not important for the last couple of years. You know, they're just beliefs we hold on to. You know, because I believe that I wouldn't be a good person if I was, you know, if I did become rich, if I did have loads of money. Deeper down, I might have said things differently, but again, that awareness of what's actually going on inside, managing your money, and making it a fun way you can do. Because if you put certain percentages of money, so it's like, you know, 10% of my money is going to do stuff I enjoy, 10% self-development, 50% is my expenses, and the rest is saving, investments. Then that way you can, you know, then you can just scale it up, and you can literally say how much you want, and you can go after it. But first of all, the main thing I think with this is beliefs, and also just the high energy. If you can really get into it, you're like, I'm going to be successful, and you literally go after it and you go all in. There are no excuses. This is what I mean now. There are no excuses. You can't have any excuses. Everything is just, you have to get to that point where you don't have any excuses, because I'm feeling it more and more now. I don't have excuses which are just going to hold me back. I'm literally like, right, I'm going all in. You know, I'm doing an event at a venue. If the venue cancels and they say we can't host you, then just go on to the next venue. Don't say it's not fair. Don't say everything's against me, because it isn't. It's just it's just that everything's happening. The universe in a way is wanting you to learn more and more, to be that rock. It's about the person you become. So as good as I feel right now, how good a person I am, you know, I still don't have the money I want. I still don't have the relationships I want. I still don't have life in certain areas, even though like my job's better and all these other areas, and I'm happy, and I'm normally always in the moment. It's still, it's about growing constantly, and finance is a massive part of that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'll bring some more videos, and yeah, any questions, just answer below. I will speak to you soon.